ThirdLove, we sell bras and underwear for everybody. Really what we set out to do was to create something that would be a great fit, super comfortable, super high quality, but also look great, and to make sure that, right, it was inclusive of all women of every shape and size. I, honest to goodness, believed that there were people out there that I could never move with email. You know, when I stepped in at ThirdLove, that was, and right, no one disputes that email is an important channel, but there are a lot of people that need an additional nudge, just like we would think in our acquisition mix, right? That we need to touch people in a lot of different ways in order to move them to becoming an actual customer. The same goes for retention, particularly when you're working in these categories where you can't just show them what's new or what the next product recommendation is the next day. You really have to work to make them think, oh, I need to go back into purchasing mode. I was really convinced that we needed to try and find a couple of other channels to have in our arsenal that would be a little bit more, frankly, in your face. So I think that's really been the magic of where Lob has come in, where it's, all right, you're enough of a risk that I'm about to lose you. I need to be a little bit more impactful with my marketing, and that's where it's been effective. Because it's HTML based, we can constantly be swapping in designs. We can add your name. We can add all these tactics and things that we know work in the digital realm and translate them to the physical realm. We actually have a pretty good idea internally of this is the next product to buy or what you're going to have an affinity for. So even if we're trying to introduce some newness for this season and we're swapping in that photography, we can say, oh, Erica is going to respond really well to lace in this pastel, whereas Alex is going to respond really positively to something that's a little bit more basic. So let's make sure that the image on the front is something that's going to catch her eye. It's all those things that in modern marketing we think are essential to segmenting and developing content effectively. In Lob, we're actually using them in a channel that I think many people don't think it's possible. And this is really important actually from a testing incrementality standpoint, is knowing that it's going to be in home in 2 to 3 days. And so having that guarantee of, all right, this message is still going to be relevant by the time it reaches her is important for us, and it allows us to standardize and say, here's what the appropriate attribution window should look like. The most responsive were our unsubscribes. So those people who had, right, it seems intuitive, they'd explained, hey, I don't really love email. I'm not a person who's gonna get through my inbox and inbox zero every day, so I'm out. They did respond to that direct mail touch. Because you can connect it directly to an automation center, you can have it map onto those other flows. So it's not something that's just operating in a vacuum, which I think in general, any retention marketer is going to be very journey-minded and journey-focused, and you're really thinking about direct mail in the context of that broader journey. I think it was frankly the ease and simplicity of it all, right? The fact that it was a self-serve platform. We weren't going to have to go through crazy engineering hoops in order to get something done. The fact that Lob got there first, so we could trust the team, right? They have the relationships with the printers. Everything was gonna look great and was gonna get there quickly. I could feel confident saying, okay, great, we're just gonna do this HTML based and not have to wring our hands about what the result would be.